Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's Socratic dialogue. Let's start by introducing ourselves.
Hello everyone, I'm Devanshana and I'm the coach of Team Fusionists.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. I'm Akshaya and I'm a member of Team Fusionist.
Hi everyone, Ananya this side, and I'm the member of Team Fusionist.
Hi everyone, Suchanda this side. I am a member of Team Clarity Crew. Hi guys, I'm Drishti and I am a member of Team Clarity Crew.
Hi everyone, my name is Faiza and I am the coach for Team Clarity.
Hi everyone, this is Disha. I'm a co-moderator of Play Safety.
Hi, I'm Maryada. I'm moderator for this session. Today the topic for Socratic dialogue is technology models, and we have two teams: Team Clarity Crew and Team Fusionists. So, which team would like to go first?
Yeah, we can go first.
Okay, please start by introducing your name and the reason behind it, and a summary of your pitch.
Sure. Let me know if my screen is visible or not.
It's visible.
Thank you. So, as our team name suggests, the Fusionist, we chose it because our project mixes human creativity with technology, just like our platform does, connects brands and the photographers to a smart match. Our team also represents the same mixture of people and tech working together. So our name shows that how we are creating the solution by deploying both of them and not keeping them separate. Now, technology is basically a human finding better ways to solve a problem. Every tool that we ever made till day, simple or complicated, it is because something was not working well enough. Same, our platform does using technology, helping small businesses find the right photographers and the right photographers getting their right opportunities. Moving forward, everything invented in history filled a gap, a loophole. For example, Quill helped us move forward, Pen helped us communicate better and faster, Camera helped us capturing beautiful and important momentum. So basically, technology is the story of creativity integrating purpose. Same our platform does also by providing MSMEs and the skillful photographers a place where they will be creating, building, and scaling on their exact needs. Now over to Akshaya.
So yes, now in our process, only the humans and technology, we don't fight each other, like right? We complement each other. Like technology handles the entire matching, the structuring, and the filtering part, while humans solely focus on the creativity and the decision making. So like when both work together, the entire shooting process it becomes more smoother, more faster, and far more accurate. Moving on. So here the new technology becomes easy when we break the complex steps into a simple ones. So here the brand enters with what they want and the photographer's styles get analyzed and the system matches both instantly. So the result is a clear collaboration and the combination without confusion, without any sort of mismatches and without any sort of wasting time explaining the vision to the photographers again and again. Over to Ananya.
So, while we talk about understanding this model, we are simply breaking it into small pieces. So, first, how a platform works. The brand shares what kind of projects they have, like the style, budget, and niche of that photography. And the photographers, the brand photographers, also share their styles and portfolio. The system processes both sides and give the best match. So, in simple words, the platform listens, understands, and connects right people. Can we move forward? Yeah. So to conclude, our model solves a real problem. The mismatch between photographers and brand requirements. By helping both sides find the right match faster, we reduce the confusion, we save time, and improve the quality of ads. So impact is simple. Better collaboration, better results, and smoother work processes. Thank you.
Thank you, Team Fusionist. Question box is open for team clarity. So who would like to go first?
Yeah, so I have a question. There are already apps and sites that exist for this. Like some sites I can think of are Thumbtack and Snapper that have various filters so that businesses can go through it and filter according to their requirements. How is it different than what you guys are doing?
To answer that question, when you talk about certain business requirements, that doesn't comes into digital marketing especially, or photography especially. So when we talk about our model, it's completely based on one niche, which is brand identity and improving the marketing of certain brand.
Okay, so your app or site, it will only be focused on brand identity. That is the only filter there would be. No other type of photographers would be on that platform.
Exactly.
Okay.
Drishti, you can take the example of we are trying to create it for the digital marketing space itself, right? So we are trying to provide the service to the MSMEs or small businesses who are trying to find their perfect partners who will help them to shoot the campaigns and the photography campaigns itself. You can take the example in such way.
No, but okay, you'll narrow it down to just brand identity and things like that. But in the end, there are already sites that provide various filters from which companies can find photographers that are suitable.
No, here we are trying to promote the main essence of how they are visualizing and positioning their brand into the competitive market. Right, because what I see that there are so many skillful photographers who are trying to find their perfect opportunities, right opportunities, and due to so many different issues, in order to find the perfect genre, or in order to find the better segment, they are unable to connect those brands. Right, I can understand that different organization and different brands already having their photographers, but
No, no,
they face.
I'm
Huh,
not saying
please, please.
that the brands already have photographers. I'm saying there are sites that connect photographers and brands where business owners can search for photographers, and there are various filters they can apply, and what kind of photographers they're looking for. All those filters are already there.
Exactly,
So,
Drishti. So basically, you were talking about the freelancing website, right? So here we are trying to implement that the skillful photographers or those who are in need, they'll directly come, and according to those category, they will find their perfect genre.
okay.
Yes.
So, like adding on what Debanjana said, so like instead of just listing the photographers, but our model ensures the right creativity, so which these platforms don't offer. So the major difference would be like they match by category, but we match by creative direction.
Can you explain the difference to me more clearly?
Like instead of just listing the photographers list, the major difference would be like they might be matched by that category, but we match by the creative direction.
You can take the example of niche, particular niche. One example that we faced in our own organization, as TT is a very consulting firm, it deals with different organizations. So in one of those organization, we faced one problem that they deal with pet dogs. Right. So over there, whenever they try to find their perfect photographers to shoot for dogs to launch their campaigns, they are not getting the photographers, and those who and to those they are connecting, they are not willingly to be part of that. So we are trying to provide the chance solely to the photographers. They'll come and get the opportunity and insights, and according to that niche, they'll be moving forward with their skills and opportunities.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, I have one question top of that. Like how will you do it? Like others have filters. How will you categorize it?
I'm very sorry, Shitsanda, your voice was lagging. Can you please repeat?
Yeah,
I think
I'm asking.
I think she meant how does a model decide which photographer fits which business?
Yeah, we'll just simply add one segment in our system, and based on that, whenever they'll be registering, they'll directly get to see that what genre there is existing. Because we can see there are different industries, food industries, logistics, then different innovative industries are also coming out. So photographers and those skillful candidates can get according to their uh, opportunities.
Okay, can you give me some example, like what kind of, like if you had some few examples related to that?
Example in order to giving you the insight of segments or niche, or what are you trying to?
Yes. Segments.
Oh, segment, it can be various. That just now we mentioned that we were trying to shoot one shooting campaign for a very organization. So they are solely dealing with the pet dogs or animals. So we can take the example of this genre, this segment. And other than that, there are food industry, there are jewelry industry, there are different shoot campaigns we can see.
So, adding on to what Debanjana said, so the segments would be based on the style, the mood, and the brand tone, and the campaign type, and the niche also, right?
Any further questions from Team Clarity crew?
Yes, I have one. So, how does the model help a person, a business to get that kind of photographer which the business wants? I mean, is there a way that things are automated and the model itself suggests which photographer would be best for that person's business?
Yeah, I have one insight, but before proceeding, I can say that the photography in nowadays we feel that it's a very distinct niche to follow. But I can see that means there are various ways that you can scale and boom your career. So based on that idea, we are trying to improvise one automated model that will be very simple and very easy to understand that whenever whenever a small business or a photographer will be registering in that particular in our platform or system, whatever you say, they'll be redirected to different categories. And we are trying to make multiple layers, not just one filter. We'll be covering up different segments like product, fashion, vintage, editorial, real estate, portrait. All this sort of segment will be giving them a clear multiple layers that you can visit according to your genre.
Does that answer your question, Faiza? Okay. If there are no further questions, Team Clarity crew, you can proceed with your pitch. Please provide the
I
reason.
have
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, sure, Sujan.
I have one question. So, okay, now if I want, like, I will get that match, like, then how will they contact? And there is also a point where budgeting is there, definitely, but there is also a conversation happened behind before any conclusion, right? But what will be the communication partner among like these two, like the customer and the photographer?
So, Chanda, to answer your question, I can say that we'll be giving them a very draft where they'll be able to negotiate on their exact niche, how they'll be how they'll be creating, measuring, and scaling what they are trying to get. That's a very draft you can consider.
Um, I think Suchandra is stuck, but from what I understood of her question, she was asking what would be the communication channel. Because it's not just that you select a photographer and it's a done deal. There's a lot that goes into closing and finalizing a deal with a photographer.
For
So,
now, we can consider that we can have a option as a built-in communication space, just like LinkedIn has. Similar way, we can have built-in communication space where both sides can talk, share ideas, and negotiate, and then finalize the deal.
Okay.
To add on, Drishti, you can consider it as the very initial stage. And over there, to finalize or close any deal, there must be one-to-one interaction. So that will be the final stage.
Okay.
Any further questions from Team Clarity Crew? Okay, then please present your pitch with the reason behind your name and a summary of your pitch.
Okay, so we chose the name Clarity Crew because our whole idea is about giving people clarity about their time and their goals. So the name reflects exactly what our model does. It helps remove confusion and make our time easier to understand. So just to summarize our pitch, so we came up with an innovative model that will help people solve a real world problem. That is the time translator watch. So basically, the time translator watch shows people how their daily actions affect their goals by turning them into simple but meaningful insights. So it helps users make better choices, reduce time wastage, help with time management and everything. Okay. So basically, from the wheel to Wi-Fi, we have always created shortcuts to make life easier. For this project, we define technology very simply. That is, anything that reduces efforts or confusion. And honestly, nothing is more confusing today than knowing where our time is going, where our time is lost, which is why we designed the time translator watch. Next slide, please. So simple things like a bottle, wheel, or pen all fix simple problems, right? Small problems that without making life harder. So the same idea inspired our time translator watch. It helps with a common problem today again, that is not knowing where our time goes. Just like the simple tools, our watch is meant to be easy to use, helpful, and something you don't need to think too much about.
Okay, so the superpower is clear awareness of how your time is affecting your future. So, like, why this superpower matter, right? So, most of the people lose their time without noticing it. Like this watch will show that what matters, but like what is helping and what is harming your goals in the real time. So, it will help people to make like smarter choices and reduce the time wastage. So, this will solve the real life problem and poor time management. Oh, moving forward. So, how our model like combines with human and technology. So, technology gives us clarity, but human can give us direction. So, the watch can handle tracking, pattern reading, and human can do doesn't do that, right? But human can do the like provide. They can provide goals. They can prioritize things, and they can give context to the technology, which technology can't do by themselves. So, together they can create a system where clarity comes from the watch and decisions come from the human. So this partnership will solve that. Where did my time is going? So over to you, Drishti.
Yes, so to explain it to you like I would explain it to a 5-year-old, the input the watch needs is to see what you're doing, your movement and activities, like if you're sitting, studying, or playing, and you tell it your goal in simple words, like I want to finish homework, and it processes and thinks quietly and checks if what you're doing matches your goal. It compares your activities with what you said you want to achieve, and the output is a simple sign. For example, great, you're getting closer to your goal, or try something different to reach your goal faster. And it tells you how close you are to your goal. Moving forward. To conclude our pitch, our time translator watch aims to change the way people think about their day. Instead of stressing over lost time or bad habits, the watch gives simple, clear guidance that helps them stay on track. And it shows the future impact of your choices, which naturally motivate better behavior. This matters because once people understand their time, they start making smarter decisions, and that makes their entire life more balanced and intentional. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Team Clarity Crew. Over to Team Fusionist for your questions.
So I'm having a question. So how is your time translator different from the existing smartwatches that already track our habits, screen time, calendars, and activity?
Okay, so I would like to
answer this question. So this time translator is like a coach. It will motivate you. It will not give you just notification. Okay, you reached this, you reached that. It will give you, it will genuinely motivate you. It will genuinely suggest you according to your anxiousness or according to your mood or whatever it is feeling. Okay, your heart rate is suggesting that you are in stress or you are in something. So then it will suggest something like funny or something that to uplift the mood. And like similar to the time management also, it's like looking at all the like getting all the data, and it is finding ki you are scrolling too much in your phone. It will tell something very humorous that will remind you ki okay, I am using too much phone, that will lose my focus from my studies or from something of my work. And that's how it will create a habit. So a smartwatch might not do that recently.
Also,
So,
to add on to that, uh, I don't think the existing smartwatches can calculate how much time you're, wasting, how much time you're actually contributing to your goals. At most, it can track your activities, but connecting it to the goals part, that is what our uh, device it will do.
so it's basically it will work on, if we give constant inputs.
Yes, for the
So,
for example, if you're doing an activity, at that time it can track your heartbeat. Like if you're walking, if you are, doing anything, swimming and all, it can from your heartbeat and all, it can track that, okay, you're doing this activity. But when you're sitting, when you're at rest, we have thought of this feature of a microphone where you can, it will ask you for the input that what you're doing at the moment when it can't tell. And at that time you can tell it so it can
so
track.
like when we are giving the information, our daily goals and all those things, don't you think this is a sensitive data? And what about privacy concerns?
I mean, isn't that true with every single device that we use?
You think ChatGPT is just not taking any of our data and is nothing?
So
I
like
think yeah,
I
continue.
you can go on. I'll listen some sort of elaboration.
No, I think as of now, privacy is a very big concern. But maybe our watch is a model where privacy, and I think it's not the private. Your privacy is not open to everyone. I think every app that has that feature, right, wherein your privacy is limited to the company. And I think this watch also has the same features.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, to build on to that, whatever data you're giving to any device, any site, any app, it in the end it goes to the company, right? So like there are companies that sell data. So because for that we have all the privacy agreements and stuff, and people when they realize they take them to court. That is all another the separate thing.
Any more follow-up question?
No.
Okay, so any other question?
I have one question. So, how you are trying to framing those inputs that people need to provide day to day or on daily basis?
I
Okay,
think once
carry on.
So I think before when you receive that watch, there is an app that is connected to the watch, and it has a questionnaire. So this watch is mainly dedicated to people who want to track their goals. It's not for any other purpose. It's only for goal track. It's like a goal tracker for you. And people who want to, like people who have a goal and they're desperate to achieve it, only take these watches. Now, in the beginning of the, in that app, you have a questionnaire when you're supposed to answer all the questions which are related to your goal, like in how many days do you want to achieve it, and how many hours are you planning on removing for this particular goal, and all sort of questions. And according to that, the watch is customized.
Did it answer your question?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Any
can
other
add
question?
something more to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is think like in a psychological way. It can have a psychological questionnaire where if a person using like answering something certain in a category, then it can give you a next question according to that category. So that according to that, it will customize like the whole experience, and it will also gather the details around, like surrounded to the mindset of that person. So it will act like that. And even in the middle of the journey, if that person is wearing it and somehow uh, it needs some input, it will according to that customization, it can ask those questions. So it can be like a model which is like very customized to the person's like personality and intent and all of their mindset actually.
I have two follow-up questions here. First one is how you will be able to give the input of psychological, not psychological, the emotional intelligence. First one, and next is the current Gen AI is also can do the same thing. We are providing some inputs that hey, I want to achieve this, but some sort of procrastinating while doing this, and I'm just getting driven by this sort of addiction, I mean in terms of social media or digital addiction. So then it can also give us some sources how we'll be able to reduce that, and definitely can guide us. So how are you differentiating?
It can guide us in your phone or while you are opening that app, but when it is in a smartwatch, it is guiding you overall your like day, like because you are wearing it, so it is continuously talking to you, it is continuously giving you some message or some sort of output, right? So it is guiding you not when you are needed, like it is kind of a buddy of yours, right? You can wear it and just go on.
Got your point. And how you'll be able to implement the psychological intelligence in that very device?
So it could be a little bit difficult, but you can think like if I choose five different people with five different mindset. Definitely, if a person isn't in depression, they are facing some sort of challenges. If they are in an educational space, they might face some challenges regarding education. If they are in working space, might be they are facing some problem related to their work. Or if someone is housewife, then she is facing some problem regarding her personal life, right? So according to that, we can customize it. And with the information, we can customize it more, like the apps are doing.
Yeah, I completely understand, but I was asking that suppose Suchanda, you are telling some of your issues or problem related to habit or how you're trying to achieve your goal, and as I am a human, I'll be able to understand. Being a human, we will be able to understand that how you are feeling, at which pain point you are facing. So how a device will be able to feel that.
Just like Gen AI does, we can train our own model according to what we need in our device.
Uh, okay, I have one follow-up question.
And
Maybe you can
also
consider.
with that, also, yeah,
Yeah,
I
sure.
wanted to add something. With that also, there is a voice feature. So if you are talking to it, it can like understand your heart rate at the same time you're like the how passionately you are talking. When you are sad, you are not talking in the same tone, right? So it can understand the tone and all of that. That will be in it.
Got your point.
Any more
I have a
question?
question. Yeah, I have a question here. So, as you mentioned already, that the watch constantly guides you, reminds you, and not talking to you. So, what if the watch is always talking, guiding, and reminding? Could it create pressure or guilt instead of calm productivity? And how will you avoid that emotional side effect of using the watch?
No, I don't think it's not constantly talking to you. It's like suppose you're just sitting still, or maybe the time you have allotted to reach that goal. So if you're not doing something particularly in that time, so that is when the clock reminds you. And why are we assuming that the I mean sorry the watch So I don't know why are we assuming that the watch is going to remind you in a very negative manner. Maybe it could be like, suppose your goal is like within 5 days, like within like a month or something, you want to be an expert data analyst. So watch could remind you that who's going to be a data analyst in the next 1 month, like something very happy, something that cheers you up, something that reminds you of your goal.
Okay, did it answer your
The phone
question,
also had a silent
Ananya?
mode, right?
Yeah, right answer my question.
Yes, Sachanda, you were asking one question.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying ki as a phone also had a silent mode. So if you want to, for some reason, if you want to turn off the notification, you can turn off the notification. Definitely. It's not like it will chase you all the time.
So just one last question, like what do you believe is the strongest feature in your watch?
Strongest feature would be its ability to remind us to reach our goal. As I said, it's a goal tracker watch. So I think that would be the strongest feature, the way it's reminding each person to reach its goal and motivates them to reach the goal. I think that is the greatest feature.
Got it.
I have one last question from my end. That is, as you mentioned, that uh, the watch, you can turn off its notification, right? So, will it be still benefiting to us? Because whenever I'm trying to customize it, I'm customizing, I'm turning the notifications off, I'm just doing it according to my mood. So,
Okay, once you turn off the notifications of your goal tracker, it just becomes a smartwatch.
so then I'll be able to differentiate it from a human guide to a
Okay.
human watch.
Look, it's always a technology and it's upon you. You are going to use it or waste it. So if you want to use it, you will not turn off the notification for long. You will use it to achieve your goal. But if not, then you will turn off the audio and you will be like, अरे छोड़ो पैसा हो गया खर्चा छोड़ो. But that's upon you, na?
Got your point, got your point.
Any more question?
One last question. Um, let's say if someone is solely relying on that watch for reminders, mood checks, or direction, as you mentioned, it's the coach. What happens when the device isn't available? Will it affect the person's mind, or will the technology or the AI will be very much heavy on humans?
No, I don't think a person should ever rely completely on a technological model. And that's where it comes that technology ka itna hi part hota hai and the rest human takes. As an example, this goal tracker watch which we have created is only for helping the person reach the goal. It's not for a person to completely rely on the watch to reach its goal. And it comes from within the person, right? If the person does not want to reach that goal, he will not. Even if the watch is constantly motivating him to reach the goal, he will not reach the goal. But if he has that within him that he wants someone to help him out to reach the goal, then the watch is beneficial.
Like extrinsic motivation, while very important, is never a replacement for intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic is always the main guidance whenever you want to achieve something. So yeah, without that, nothing can help.
Also, with that, I will add, why not? If that person is missing the technology, it's good for us, na? I will sell more. Like he wants to buy it. So
Yeah, everyone
it's not
wants
bad,
that
but
their
definitely it
devices
will
keep them
not
get
turn.
addicted.
Yeah. But definitely we don't want it to be addicted. If we want it to give them health benefits and overall create a behavioral development. But yeah.
Any more question? Okay. So if we don't have any questions, so then we can conclude today's session. So thank you so much everyone for participating. But yeah, before we wrap up, we would welcome few reflection on today's session. So who would like to share?
I'd like to give reflections.
Yeah, Faisal, please go ahead.
I think it's very crazy that until 5 years ago we did not have any technology. And if we wanted to learn a particular thing, we had to go all the way, research about that or maybe read books on it. But now that we have AI technology, it's very easily handed to us automatically, right? But I think we need to draw a clear line where technology should not take care of us or handle our life. It should be vice versa. We should be the one using AI to our advantage, and I think that's an important point to note.
Amazing. That's a very great reflection, Faisal. Okay, who would like to go next? Who would like to share the reflection of today's session?
I like to go in. So,
Yeah,
like,
Akshay, please.
in this discussion, like, I completely understood our pitch more clearly, and I learned how to explain our technology model in a simple and, structured way. So, in this, our team's pitch, the opposite team's pitch is about time translator watch, and I explored it, and which helped me to compare our both ideas and understand the strengths, the gaps on each side. So preparing questions and answering the things, explanations of the both teams made me more confident, about defending our model and appreciating theirs. So overall, this entire session, the period helped me improve my clarity, structuring presentations. Yes, this is my
That,
reflection.
that's amazing. Thank you so much, Akshay, for sharing your takeaways. Okay, who would like to go next?
I can go next.
Yeah, Devanjana.
Yeah, sure. So after participating today's session, what I realized that in my earlier time, I was going through some sort of article over there that is mentioned that in earlier time, in 1880s, the technology itself called as blacksmith. So now today I understand how and why it is called blacksmith. They are integrating creativity with purpose. How they are beautifully crafting some things and applied into some sort of applied science, and how they are using the benefits out of it, the ultimate and utmost optimization.
Thank you so much, Devanjana, for sharing your insight. Okay, so today we covered such a wonderful topic on technology. So now we would like to invite three people from MetaST to share the reflection. So who would like to go first?